Hello and welcome to Love Advice TV. My name is Coach Adrian, and in today's video, I wanted to talk about proving change to an ex after a long distance breakup. As many of you know, I myself was in a long distance breakup. And so many clients turn to me in coaching sessions for guidance and advice on how to repair a broken relationship long distance. And one of the most difficult, puzzling challenges is centered around this notion of proving change to an ex when you're at a distance. You don't know what to do. How can you showcase that change when you don't have the opportunity to see each other and sometimes when you don't have the opportunity to communicate? And so I wanted to do a little video here to be able to explore some of those things with you. The first and most important element is to remember to actually go through that process of evolution. When you're worried about proving change to an ex, oftentimes it reveals that you haven't actually done the work, that you're more focused on appearances and on getting to the communication element of the process rather than on actually evolving. And so the first step, quite frankly, is to make sure that you've actually identified what went wrong and why. Because if you don't know what went wrong, it's going to be very difficult for you to convey and to showcase that change at a distance. And this is true of all relationships. Once you've identified what went wrong, you need to have a plan to make sure that you're addressing those shortcomings, that you are building new habits, that you are actually developing new qualities and habits that will enable you to go through a process of personal transformation that will bring sustainable change. I'm not interested in hearing about reconnecting and in terms of, and about communication strategy, I should say, if you haven't done the work. Otherwise, it's just appearances, it's just manipulation. It's not truly being able to communicate and to convey something that has truly happened. So once you've done the work, it is very important for you to also be patient. You cannot force this process. You cannot speed up the timeline because if you do, again, your significant other is going to feel like you're the same person that they broke up with. They're not going to be able to see an actual evolution. So you need to focus on actually evolving. And here, I really encourage you to take more time than you would want to make sure that this change is real, because all of the work that you do on the front end will definitely help you on the back end once you do actually start to reconnect with your significant other. The next important step when you do choose to reestablish communication with your significant other is to do so in a non-threatening way. What that means is that you cannot overstep certain boundaries, and you cannot put yourself in a position where your ex has to remind you that they're not interested in rebuilding a relationship. So practically speaking, you should not start off a conversation by trying to rehash the past and what went wrong and all of the things that you've worked on to be a better potential partner for them. You cannot express your love, because all of those things will start to put pressure on your significant other, and they will start to feel like it's an all or nothing type of dynamic. Either they move forward and just completely cut off contact, or they engage with you with this intention of getting back together. It cannot be so black or white. You need to be able to reestablish a healthy dialogue where your significant other is able to engage with you in a way that doesn't put them on the defensive. If you can, try to make them smile. Try to discuss and connect with lighthearted topics, things that are easy for them to engage in with you. And you need to have reached a certain level of detachment in order for them to not feel that sort of pressure. And ultimately, it's really important that you reach out from a place of confidence and from a place of well-being. You cannot be obsessed with this notion of getting back together. Otherwise, your significant other, the person that you love, will feel that pressure. Even if you feel like you're engaging in a smooth way. If you are desperate to win them back, unfortunately, they will feel it. And so going through a process of personal transformation, building new habits, developing new qualities isn't enough. You need to also be able to engage with them in a non-threatening way and to convey confidence in the sense of well-being. I often ask clients that reach out to me in private sessions to try to make their significant other smile. That's what we're focused on. Just try to get them to smile and engage them in a way where you can leave them wanting more. You're not trying to rehash everything the first time that you reconnect. And you can't act like every time you reach out that it is the last opportunity that you will have to connect with them. If you're able to be in that positive mindset, good things are to come. If you want more insights and guidance on how to communicate effectively, I have created another video, my 10-point checklist for healthy communication in long-distance relationship. It's accessible right in the description below, one click away. It is not a video that is accessible to everyone. It is a private video, and I really encourage you to check it out because you're going to learn valuable tips that will serve you well in this process of rebuilding connection and chemistry. And that is a crucial point. It is not about you trying to convince someone else of something that they don't want. If you're in that dynamic of trying to convince your ex from a distance to get back together or to engage with you, it's not going to work. You need to be able to establish a dynamic whereby they are also investing in the communication. They're investing in rebuilding a connection and a bond. But in order to do that, you need to have done all of the work before, the groundwork. You need to give them a reason to want to engage with you. And that entails detachment. It entails patience. It entails rebuilding that sense of confidence and a new post-breakup identity where you actually have something to offer. And it's not just begging and pleading for them to come and complete your life again. Because that's not a winning mindset. It's not a winning formula. So ultimately, you will be able to convey your change to your significant other once you've actually changed and once you're able to reestablish a healthy communication platform that is non-threatening and organic. That's what this process is all about. And that's how I was also able to reconnect with my significant other from a distance. It shouldn't be hard. You shouldn't feel like you're extending yourself or that they're doing you a favor by just engaging with you. That's not how balanced relationships are built. You can do this. You can do this as long as you go through the process the right way, as long as you're patient with yourself, and as long as you approach it as a process of personal transformation based on building those qualities and attributes that you need to develop in order to be your best self again. That is the core of our philosophy, and I'm delighted that you're taking the time to watch this video. Please share your feedback. Ask your questions. Don't hesitate to do so in the comment section below, and we will do our utmost to provide you with guidance based on the challenges that you're facing and where you're at in the breakup process, recovery at this moment. You also know that you can book a private session with us to really dive deep and figure out the next steps for you based on where you are. As always, thank you for tuning in to Love Advice TV. My name is Coach Adrian, and I look forward to see you in another video. Keep fighting the good fight.